There we go. First of all, thanks very much. You're all too kind. Thanks again. I just want everyone to know that even in my wildest dreams, I never would have imagined that this could ever happen to me. And to the other brilliant nominees, I want each of you to know how totally wonderful your fake smiles make me feel right now. Great. That's not a speech. Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate Jim on a truly magnificent speech. I always knew it would be hard to follow, and I was quite right. I could hardly follow a word of it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrew, and I am Jim's best man. I've known Jim for many years, since he had hair. I'd like to think that he looks on me as a big brother he never had. And I look at him as a little brother I never wanted. I'll try to keep this short, because I know you're all looking forward to the spectacle that is Jim dancing. No, seriously, he's won medals, so I think we're all in for a bit of a treat. I've been told to talk a bit about the groom's past. Well, Jim was born on 23rd of May 1964. I tried to find some major event that also happened on that date, and to be quite honest, I couldn't find anything at all. There's absolutely nothing happened that day. Interestingly, however, the maternity staff at Bangor General Hospital always referred to that date as Ugly Saturday. I've known Jim since we were at school together. I see him regularly every Monday. It's known as Gym Night. My workmates can't figure out how I can be this shape when every Monday's Gym Night. Jim and I have tried lots of different sports over the years to try and keep in shape. Some have been more successful than others. Unfortunately, Jim has quite poor hand-eye coordination. I think you'll agree. So squash and tennis were a disappointment, as were golf, table tennis, video games. We tried swimming for a while, but poor Jim gave up as he couldn't cope with having to get changed on the benches to avoid catching my brucus. As Stuart mentioned, Jim and Jill recently invested in a running machine. I remember Jim trying one of those at the sports centre. I also remember him losing his balance and tumbling off the back of it. As Stuart said, I think it's only Jill who uses that one now. Yeah. While he's been single, Jim's always been keen to have the latest gadget. He's built up quite the collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, but he also has a huge back catalogue of VHS, Betamax videos, Laserdiscs, LPs, audio cassettes, 45s, 78s. However, Jill's not been too keen to share the home with copies of every movie released since 1975, so quite a few have had to be moved out. So I think Jim's mum now finds that she's not so much lost her son as gained a video library in her spare room. I have to take a minute out to thank someone who, quite frankly, has had it fairly easy today. Someone who has only had to stand around pouting and looking pretty, but someone who, to be fair, has spent a lot of time on hair, outfit and makeup, and without him, the day just wouldn't have been complete. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your usher, Michael. I also have to thank Jim on behalf of Julie and myself for his kind words. While I'm on the subject of hair, Jill insisted that in preparation for today, Jim and I visit the barbers. Me for a haircut, Jim for a chat. I think you'll all agree that Jill looks 1 in a million today, and Jim, you look smashing too, even though it's plainly obvious you copied my outfit. I've been married myself for a good few years, so if you don't mind, Jim, I'm going to give you a few tips to make married life go smoothly. Number 1, the wife is always right. Number 2, in the event the wife's wrong, see number 1. Number 3, don't leave the toilet seat up. Number 4, never forget birthdays and anniversaries. Number 5, don't leave the toilet seat up. I know I've mentioned it before, but it gets me into such trouble, it's always most importantly, make sure you get on with your mother-in-law. To start with, I didn't speak to mine for 2 years. It's not that I didn't like her, I just thought it was rude to interrupt. And to Jill, the best way to get your husband to do anything is to suggest he's too old to do it. Jim, it's been an honour to be your best man today, and I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for affording me the privilege. You're incredibly lucky. Jill is a beautiful girl with a heart of gold and deserves to have a good husband. Thank God you married her before she found one. Now, there's a few cards coming quite late on, and I thought I'd take a minute to read a couple of them out. Unfortunately, I haven't opened them, so I'll not be doing that. But there was one that caught my eye, so I thought I would just take a minute to read it. It's from the Licorice Club, which appears to be Edinburgh's premier lap dancing venue. And it reads, "Congratulations on your wedding day, Jim. Missing you already." And it's from Olivia, Rachel, Sandra and Shania. So that's yours. So, all it leaves me to do now is to ask you all to be upstanding and join me in wishing Jim and Jill all the best as they enter married life together. So please raise your glasses to Jim and Jill.
Jim and Jill.